Alright, Shalom. Alright, all praises be to Yahweh, Basham, Yahushai, Basham Kadash. Alright, double honor to the apostles, salute to you brothers teaching the word in sincerity and in truth. This is going to be a quick video, quick live, and I'm going to go into the topic that I said here about the NFC and the mark of the beast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Romans 3:3. Let's get Romans 3:3, right? And remember, I did a video today about the grid cities that they're setting up or set up, and pretty much through the spirit I'm supposed to go back on and cover back over some of that stuff. But let's read this. This is Romans 3:3. It says, "For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?" All right. So, what if you don't believe in what we're saying regarding the plans of the hidden hand? What if you don't believe it? Well, it doesn't matter if you don't believe, because it's gonna damn well happen. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to start off with that. Just to put that out there now. Let's read this. This is Psalm 64:1. "Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." All right, so this is going into, as we know, the Illuminati, which, look, we represent the house of David. You read about King David, you had Joab, the house of David. We're the house of David. You had Yahushua and the disciples. That's who we are. Come back, Lord willing. And Esau, Edom, represents is what? The wicked. Edomites and the wicked, So this is a spiritual battle going on between the righteous and the wicked, man. All right, and the Lord is coming back now. What I wanted to say was it says, "Who wet their tongue." Let's read it. It says, "Who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows." So there's plans that these people have got to snare Jake. And I was kind of going into the last live, kind of touching on this kind of topic here. But it's a hot topic, and we're going to keep repeating it because that's what we're commanded to do. You got to repeat things. That's how people get stuff. If you're into martial arts, you do drills. You got to keep drilling in the techniques. They got the techniques or whatever. You got to drill these things in, right? So, I did a video today about the cells. Now, there's another piece of information. I can't remember what it is now. Lord willing, I can get the video up on it. But there was another city that they was talking about. That whole thing to do with you can't move from one area code to another area code. It's not just in that Bath they're proposing it. It's in other areas, man. It's in all sorts of areas. Now, what they're doing is setting up a whole thing where it's just control grids. Now they're calling it cells. Now if you're inside the prison systems, which they call what over here HMPs, and what Your Majesty's prisons or whatever the hell. As we know, in those places you get cells. So for you to call an area a cell, that means the people are in prison. Now that's why I read this in that video. I read the scripture that a man shall desire to go into his city, but it shall not be able to, man. It's all about total control. They're using the clean air zone, man. And in that article, it was all about the facts of people, uh, uh, all that type of shit that, what people are consuming, their waste, their cars, their fuel, all of that. So it says, who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, man. So, you know, these agendas, these plans that they got, that's exactly what they are, man. It's all wicked. All right. And that's pretty much what's going on here. They've got all these plans to get people with the implant in. Now another video, but I put it up on Odyssey, and I had some more videos to do. But another one that I did and I put it on Odyssey was, and I can't really talk about it on here, was the codes. So if you haven't been given the serpent's venom, they got a code that for you to say, look, this dude individual here, he hasn't had it. So these are codes of persecution that they're setting up, man. This is dissociating you from society, criminalizing you from society. So, and they got the code. So, he's had the serpent's venom. This person hasn't had the serpent's venom, and even got the reasons why. And it's on the list. It's on the website. Medical documents, all of that. It's all out there. They encourage themselves in the evil matter. Yeah, this is what they do. They're power hungry, and they won't stop. And this, we keep talking about this because this is the big thing right now. And this is what's going on all the time. We're talking about these blackouts and these water outages, man. So we ain't gonna stop talking about this because soon they're gonna, as we said, we know what they're trying to do. All right, it says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? So they try different tactics. Then they'll do stuff like, oh, well, you're looking at Elon Musk and you're thinking Elon Musk is running the show, but he ain't running the show, man. They got other people's behind the scenes, bankers, but they when they come on the TV, these bankers act like they're the planet, Mr. Save the World, when they're the ones destroying the world, man. But this is what they do, man. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search of the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep, right? So, they're using their, the scriptures out wiser than Daniel, and they got their blessing, their sword. They're using their miracles, the blessings that they got, and the miracles and what the Lord's given them to push this thing, data collection on people. Data collection, the robots, that's what I was thinking about, AI and all that, and they had an AI in the Parliament building, man. Come on, you telling me you didn't see that shit, man? You telling me that shit didn't fucking, drive your ass up the wall, as they say. You're looking at this shit and you're like, what the hell is going on out here, man? But this is all prophecy. Okay, so let's read. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. The doomsday clock's at 90 seconds. You got Biden harping on about World War III. So there is going to be a third World War. Russia and China are going to nuke America to oblivion. Right, that's what's going to happen. That's in the prophecies. We just read it here. And I was going to put that clip up because sometimes the clips But sometimes you don't want all that. Sometimes you just talk it, man. Biden said that. He mentioned about the weaponry America's got. He mentioned Russia and he said, yeah, well that's World War III. And he's like, come on, man, can't you see that? So even they're telling you that this is what this is ramping up to. And who's gonna lose in that? America's gonna lose. That's when you read Revelation, it talks about the judgment on the great whore, Babylon the Great, which is America, man, and not the Vatican. So shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And it's funny, man, because going through some different things today, and that Bohemian Grove popped up. And Alex Jones in there, and how did you get access? But anyway, he was age questioning the people and all of that sort of stuff. But Bohemian Grove, they're doing all sorts of mad stuff in that place, man. In this Bohemian Grove, man. If they're still doing it over there, they might, what? And they do things in certain locations, but, you talk about, when you start talking about child trafficking and human sacrifice and stuff like that, guess what happens? You get killed if you're a celebrity, you're trying to out it, or, it goes hush hush on that topic, man, because that's what they're doing. Now, the scriptures clearly tells you to not put your seed in the fire to mold it, because these people, they're getting blessed for this by spirits, man, which is really cursed. But all right, what I'm gonna get, let me get this. So I'm just typing all this in, so just bear with me, because I'm not using the net. Just bear with me there. So this is Revelation 17. I'm going to just go to the point. And he said, Revelation 17:15, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That's talking about the thermonuclear destruction. Because Europe is going to turn on America. Because, people really don't, this war is going to be catastrophic, and that's the whole point of the war, though. The whole point, if you, and I'm not saying, because the Most High set this war up, but you've got these Albert Pike letters that they talked about the plan of the Third World War, the elites, really to control the people or whatever, to scare the people. But it said that in this document, that people would accept the New World Order because they've seen pure savageness and savage nature on the earth. So, but when you check it out, man, the Most High put that in his mind. Why? Because Esau is, when you go into the scriptures, he's the sword of the Most High. That's in Psalms, I guess 11 or 14. So the Most High put that in his mind to do that, to set up, to build these nukes, to design these nukes. The mind that was put on him, the Lord did that for his special day of judgment, because they're going to shoot the nukes on each other, man. You got to remember that. Remember, there's a scene in the X-Men with Apocalypse, and he says, war shall be the destruction. Even in the movie, man, he put his hand in it, he was cursing out, he was saying systems, blah, blah, blah. And that's what Apocalypse, he made them shoot the nukes on each other. So that's what's going to happen. So this is NATO, the beast system and all that. It says, in the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. There's going to be defections. And that happened even in World War I, World War II. There was people that was on this side of the war. Then they defected and they started fighting for the other teams. That happened in many cases in war, man. I think the French did it in World War II, if I'm not mistaken, what war it was. Gotta go back and go over and watch those war documentaries and things like that, man. It says, for the Most High put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. That's America. The big dog trying to tell everybody what to do. But they're going to cause something. They're going to end up getting their ass destroyed, man. You know? But before all that happens, they're pushing everything towards this digital stuff. And that's why we read it, Revelations 14. Revelation 13 and 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And you people are definitely involved in this system, man. You people are so systematic, it's unbelievable. Remember the scripture says in Romans 8 and 8 to remember the ways of your foreparents, the way you eat, the way you dress. So Greek. You know, you're not even thinking a certain way. This is why we're constantly in the scriptures, and you gotta put yourself back. You people in the Roman way. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, till he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Alright, so that's pretty much it, man. This is going to be a quick video. Just want to hit a couple of topics. Going to be in the camp in a couple of hours. You know, it's 4 in the morning right now, so I'm just doing a quick one. This was a quick hitter. You know, just quick topics, man. But we'll be back. Some updates and some other things, and just different things. So, let's see what how the Spirit of the Lord, does it. But we will be at the camp anyway, so just tune in for that. So, I'm going to close out, man. I'm going to say shalom to the brothers out there teaching, man.